Very good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live stream Friday. And Paula and I wish you a very, very good 2019. And we hope we can inspire you the whole year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy 2019.
So today we are going to talk about creating better relationships in 2019. And we will share 5 tips with you. But before we start, we'd like to hear if you can hear us. So let's check that. And
Yep.
chat. So if you can hear us, let us know in the chat or on YouTube. And so we know we can start. Bernadette, good evening, Mathijs, and best wishes for 2019. Thank you very much, Bernadette. Edwin, good New Year too. Thank you very much, Edwin. So that means they can hear us and we can start. Telling it. So we will share 5 tips with you, and I also see a reaction on YouTube from Kobe. Yes, she can hear us. Thank you very much, Kobe. Great. So let's start with the first tip for creating better relationships. And when we talk about better relationships, we often think about relationships with another person. And that's where our starting point is. But I hope during giving the tips, we will have a wider perspective of relationships. Nice. Stanislaus, good evening. Yes, all the best for 2019. And Angelina, good evening. Happy 2019 too. Good. And Kobe is also saying best wishes for you, of course. Very nice. Let's go to the first tip. And the first tip is, it's under me, so I will explain it. And the first tip is to let go of your judgments. And to create better relationships with persons around you, we have to let go of our judgments. And I will put it in 2 perspectives, the let go of judgments. The first is more the mental one. Mental judgments, like the thoughts we have about someone else. It really depends our view and also the way we are going to react on another person. So that also creates on a mental level a certain relationship. And it can be in the way of really good heart connection. Because what you think about the other, or even what the other thinks about themselves, can be in the way. So it's really important to let go of all the judgments, and then you can really get to know the other person without a certain point of view you are unconsciousness having about the other. And it sounds very simple, don't you think, Paulo?
Yeah, too much simple, right? Because I made a formation about that subject, and the first thing they teach you is when you see somebody coming, the first thing that comes to your mind is a type of what he looks like. You know, it's like if it's a woman, if it's blonde, if it's a person who walks in a different way, or if he comes very in a mode of like conquer the world. So you make a stereotype in your head. So it's very difficult. You don't put something straight in your mind like, oh, this person is like this. So I already get the idea of how I will judge that person. So it's very difficult. You look to somebody and don't make a first judgment.
Yes.
That is the first thing we need to think about it.
So on a mental level, you see all the things that are happening, but we didn't talk about the spiritual level. On the spiritual level, judgments are getting in the way to see the light in other people, and also to see the light in yourself. So letting go of judgments, it's not only about creating a better relationships with the other, but on a spiritual level, it's also seeing the light in the other and also connecting with your own light. So letting go of judgments is a really good way to also connect with yourself on a spiritual level, and just make a good relationship on a spiritual level with yourself and the other one.
Yeah, it's almost like if you can close your eyes, let the person comes without see it, then give a hug and feel what energy you are embracing, right? So, and what energy is inside of you? If it's fear, if it's something that you want to judge, you were taught. So it's the way we work, right? So that is a big thing.
So, well, that was the first tip, and we will go to the second tip, and that will be under you, Paulo. Yeah, you can't see it because you're on Skype, but I can see it.
Yeah. No, I can see it. I can see it. Yes,
okay.
I put it here.
Cool.
I don't.
Yes.
Recognize jammed, blocked, and then consciousness programming mind. What is programming in your mind? It's what this is the tip, right? It's the recognize the jam, recognize the block, right? This tip I think is very, very important because it comes to the level of the first one, because if you start with a block, because you are already put something in that person just because of what you see and not because of something you feel. So you need to programming your unconsciousness to understand. You need to feel. You need to start feel before you start judge. So that's I think it's a great tip.
Yes, and I remember I was when I was younger, and spirituality was very important for me in that time. Then I was waking up, and I already knew that morning how my morning looked. Like I was following a program, and I knew I was going to make my bread and go to school. But somehow I saw a vision, like this is how your morning looks, and I just was thinking, these are all my programs. I'm just following my program, and program in yourself that you have unconsciously will determine the relationship with yourself, the world, and another. But often we are not aware of it. It just, we follow our program, what we always do, but we are not aware that it is actually blocking a good relationship with the other person. So it's really good to be more aware of your programs, like the automatic pilot that is working in you. You just see something and you go on the automatic pilot. But the automatic pilot could have some bugs in it. And we really need to get rid of the bugs and, just try to make a different program in ourselves that works. So it's really good to be conscious about the program we have and the blockages that are in there to create good relationships.
Yeah, that is, and human beings are very good on follow always the same thing. They start to have a routine. So if they have a routine and they like it, they will follow forever. So that's the meaning of the programming, and to be conscious about the block of what that can bring to your life. That's the biggest the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think sometimes they talk about the elephant, and the elephant is always walking the same path, and you can't get an elephant off their track, though they always walk the same track. And this is what it is with the program. It's very hard to deprogram yourself or to really change it, but it starts with awareness. If you are aware of the problems in your habits, then you can really change it. Yeah. So let's go to the next tip. And that is, I saw some reactions, comments, and I will go to that later. Let's do tip 3 and then go to the comments. Work on self-appreciation. So that's tip 3. And the reason I'm telling this is because sometimes we are not aware that we are looking for appreciation by the other person. So that we are asking for self-appreciation and we are looking for that. And in looking for that, you get, you like the program we talked about in tip 2, you're getting in some kind of program like, I want to have more appreciation from the other person. But it is not going about the other person, it's going about yourself. If you have enough self-appreciation, you won't get it by, you won't need it from another person because you feel it inside. So it's really important to work on self-appreciation, because if you're going to get it, want to get it from another person, it's not a healthy relationship. And you can't really get a good relationships because you have some kind of, you're independent, you're not independent, like you depend on someone for your self-appreciation. So it's really important to work on your self-appreciation so that you will have a good and healthy relationship.
Yeah, like kind of being a mirror, like you appreciate yourself, you see the other one, and put that in the world, put that outside of you. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Let's go to some of the comments, Paulo.
Yeah.
So Bernadette, thank you very much for commenting.
Thank you.
It's a little bit, it's funny what she says, but it's also not funny. She says, sometimes it's not a box where people put you in, but a bunker. So, we know you're right, Bernadette. And when you just put it in, I just see it before my eyes and I think, well, yeah, that looks funny, but it is actually, it's not funny, because the problem is really that when you're in the bunker, it's really hard to get out, and it's certainly not someone which will help you to get good relationships. And it's also look for people around you which you can have good relationships with. If people put you in a bunker, I say if you can avoid them, just avoid them, because you will not be happy with them.
Even a bunker has a door, so
yeah, that's true.
I think the first point is, where is the door?
Yes.
Yeah. That is the first condition.
That's true. Yes, Margriet. Oh, very nice. Someone else can only love you when you love yourself first. Yeah, it's very interesting when someone says that, and it's very good to recognize that. We will talk about that later, actually, Margriet. So we're going to the fourth tip. I will put it in the screen right away. We do the last comment from Edwin, and then we will continue. I'm combining the advice with transmuting the issues within myself with the help of the I Am Presence of Saint Germain and Sananda. So Saint Germain and Sananda are ascended masters, and they help you. Saint Germain helps with transmuting and transformation, and it's actually good to work with energy to transform. And I Am Presence is really nice because it's one of the things that can really help you to, I don't know even the English word, but it is like just be there. With some people say different, but it's when you can just be there, it's very nice for relationships. Some people think that's the end point, but it is just a state of consciousness, and that's for another live stream, but it is good to just say this before people think, oh well, when I achieved that, I'm finished. No, it's really important to feel the I am presence, or just you can be, but there is more. It's very important to create good relationships with that. So thank you very much for sharing it with us, Edwin. The fourth tip, yes, that is for you, Paulo. Oh, Paulo, we lost your sound. We lost your sound. He will see this. Good. It is live, so that can happen when it is live. And Paulo, you know that.
I'm back.
Yes, you're back. Thank you very much.
Back.
Yeah.
Sorry, because my phone, but it comes to my computer. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. The fourth tip: be open to yourself and to the other. So it's what we were talking about. It's like it's don't create a stereotype. It's embrace the other with love, right? You love yourself, so you will embrace the other with love, and all that you need to emanate all that energy. Otherwise, if the other person comes with anger and comes to you and really wants to just throw away all that anger, and you just need to be calm, and you need to be the reason. So you need to be, you need to pass that energy of love, of your self-love, and go to the other like, okay, I understand, but right now you are in peace, and right now you are in this safety place. That's I think it's the best thing to from this tip.
Yeah, and I also understand it's sometimes difficult to be open to the other one, especially when you're very sensitive, because when you're very sensitive, the emotions and the thoughts of another person can really grab you. So it can be sometimes very difficult to be really open, and then you think, oh, the other person can be too much. Let's just create a little wall before me for safety. But it is also because we learn to be open, not on a good way, because you can be open and also see or feel the emotions of the other without that is grabbing you, without that it is heavy. So when we talk about open to yourself and to others, it is about really open. It's not only open with listening, and it's not open like it can grab you, but even if you go further than that and be opener, then it can't grab you. It just, you see it, but it is there. So yeah, I think open to yourself and other can really make a big difference in relationships.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's go to the tip number 5. And Margriet already talked about it. So let's put it in here. It's for both of us. Let your self-love grow. And yeah, if you have a lack of love of yourself, it often arises in fight. So you have struggles with someone, and often it comes of lack of self-love. And yeah, we should really work on that. Are you still there, Paulo?
Yes.
Okay.
I was getting what you were saying, and yeah, it's you need to see until for me, I think you need to see until where you can share your love, and that wave, if it comes back to you, because it's like, if you want to grow your self love, you need to make good decisions. You need to be surrounding you. So that, I think, is the most important point. is um, you have a lot of battles in your life, and you it's not losing the battle, but you need to understand where you go in that way. There are things you can really turn around, and there will be very good. And other things you just need to learn with it, and just like, okay, I did what I need to do. My self-love, it's all here, and I need to continue uh, to 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 grow.
Yes.
Let's put it like this.
So Margriet is actually really really nice, Margriet. Someone lets themselves placed in a box. Do not let it happen. Be your own free spirit. It's about the box, and that is true. Margriet is so true. I know for sensitive people it is really hard because the energy of someone can really be overwhelming, and it is really grow them self-love and the esteem that will really help them to not let them be placed in a box and be really free. So that's good.
Uh-huh.
So these are the 5 tips to create really good relationships. And with Ascension, we think love and growing of love and all the things we taught you are very important for good relationships. And we actually have some tools which can help you with that. And these are, where do I put it? Oh, there, yes. This is the bridge. So I have this is the female one, yes, and this is the male one. So let's do that. This has some ripples, and this is some grooves, like this. They are part of each other, and if you have bad relationships, you can work on with yourself by holding one and putting the other one on a photo of someone. You don't want to change the other person. Let's be very clear about that. But it helps you to understand the other person, and also to see in which part you are entangled with each other, or in which part you have not a good relationship, or in which part you are jammed, or you're not appreciating yourself. So you can use the bridge for that. You can also use it in yourself, because it really connects like the left and right brain, if you want, or left and right body parts. It's really about connecting parts and letting the energy flow. And Edwin, thank you for your comment. How long does it take using the bridge is his question. So Paulo, maybe you can tell how do you use it, and how long do you take normally?
If I use for myself, I use for meditation, like 15 minutes on meditation. I put one in one hand, in the other one in the other hand, and I stay there in the position of meditation, and I meditate with them 15 minutes. Normally I do it that like 15 minutes to connect the brain, to connect all the energy, yin and yang, all over my body.
Yes.
I use it in my pocket. I have one in my pocket. My girlfriend uses the other part. We use all day. The idea in here is stay together in the same frequency all the time. So I use one part and she uses another part. So it's a very, very great connection, and I see it like if she's getting down, because you have that part of the day you are with a lack of energy, my energy will support her, and when it's the way around, she will support my energy. So it's very good if the both parts use one part of the bridge.
So Edwin, thank you for your next question, commenting on how long does it take to bridge. Very good. How long does it take if you use it with respect to the other person? Well, it's also depending on your own growth. and how you can tackle your own processes. That is very important because it's really, the first step is really working on yourself, and these tools can really help you. So if you really sensitive and you can make quick steps, you can just reach amazing results in 10 minutes. But sometimes it takes 2 or some 6 months to just put them on a photo of 2 persons, because there is so much to solve, and it takes a lot longer to help you to grow, because that is where it is all about, to grow, to become more loving, and it will help you. Sometimes it can take even like 6 months, if it is really, if there are really heavy struggles in the relationships. Yeah, and sometimes you just after 6 months you think, oh, I feel this relationship is over. It can be a part of a result of the bridge, not because relationship ending is good or bad, because you feel that it has how you say it in English, that it was there to learn you something and to help you grow, and the process is finished. Yeah, so that can be another part.
Yeah. I think a relationship over is only bad when leaves you with a big paste, a big block, you know, when you feel like, okay, it's over because I need to continue going my life, and I feel free, I feel light, okay, that it's when a relationship can be over, but without any blocks.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes when you say like it's over, people think like, oh, but I don't want to be off of this relationship. It's not about that. It's about like you need to feel free to falling your life. So that is the biggest point of the bridge. It's dismantle all the blockage can be in that relationship.
Yes, and very good that you mentioned that, because I say if you don't solve the problem in this relationship, you will definitely get another relationship with the same problem, but you will discover it later. So it's good to be really free.
You'll be in a spiral, yes.
Yeah. So we're very happy you joined us on our live stream, on the Friday live stream. We'll be there next week again. If you have a nice subject, just let us know in the comments or email us. We're very happy. If you want to know more about Ascension, you can go to the website ascension.eu and just read more about the bridge. Oh, there. More about the bridges or the other amazing tools that can really help you to create a really happy life. And if you have any questions, you can always contact Paulo. Paulo, I will share your new website with this under construction, because you always use the website of Ascension, but we thought it might be also good to that people can just contact you directly. So I will put your website in the comments of the YouTube in the description. So people can also contact you via the website. And if people want to contact me, you do it via Ascension or via Mathijs.com. I will also put that in the description. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have a question, just let us know, and then we will do like one more question, if there is one more question, and we'll finish the live stream for today. So Bernadette, thank you very much. Edwin's talking namaste. Thank you, Bernadette. She wishes us a very nice evening, and of course we wish you also a very nice evening. No more questions, so it's okay to finish the live
Good
stream.
weekend.
Yeah. So thank you
Yeah.
much for joining us,
Have a
and
good weekend.
we will gladly to see you next week, same time. And if you have any questions for us, just let us know.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.